SAT 7, reading passage 4, questions 36 and 37. So question 36 reads, in passage 2, Mill most strongly suggests that gender roles are resistant to change because they. All right, so looking at question 37, we see some line references. So I'm guessing that if we look at those line references, we're going to find the answer that we're looking for. So question 37 reads, which choice provides the best evidence for the answers to the previous question? Isn't that handy? All right, so choice A gives us line 43 to 44, starting with as a society. So let's check it out. As society was constituted until the last few generations, inequality was its very basis. All right, so we're saying, okay, well, society was based on inequality. So is that suggesting that the gender roles are resistant to change? Not really. It's kind of just saying society used to be this way. Not even really a mention of gender. So we can eliminate A. All right, let's read B, 46 to 49, 2 to other. Right. Two persons could hardly cooperate in anything or meet in any amicable relation without the laws appointing that one of them should be the superior of the other. Again, I'm not really hearing anything about gender here, right? We're looking for something that is suggesting that gender roles are resistant to change, not even talking about gender. So we can eliminate B. Let's try C, which is 58 to 61 in proportion. Let's see. In proportion to the strength of a feeling is the tenacity with which it clings to the forms and circumstances with which it has even accidentally been associated. All right, so what's interesting about this one is that we have talked about gender before, right? We started to talk about it up here in line 53, that of all the relations that between men and women, being the nearest and most intimate, was sure to be the last to throw off the old rule. For in proportion to the strength of the feeling, what we just read, is the tenacity with which it clings to the forms and circumstances. So tenacity. Tenacity is basically like the grit and the willingness to resist change. So that kind of links in with what we're looking at. So let's think about C as a possibility. Let's look at 67 to 69, employments. Employments will fall into the hands of those men or women who are found by experience to be the most capable, worthwhile of exercising them. That's not really related to what we're talking about in terms of resisting the change, right? So that tells us it's probably not D. So even if we're not sure what C means, because even reading C, that is super wordy. If we don't know what tenacity means, we're going to be lost there. But we know that A, B, and D don't make sense. So we know our answer choice has to be C. But what we have figured out from C is that it has been harder for us to get rid of the idea of gender division because they cling so strongly to the old norm. So that matches up pretty well with our matters of deeply entrenched tradition, because they are traditions, which are things that we hold on to and have been around for a long time.